Hello everyone, and I'm starting this wonderful webinar where we are talking about confidence, about self-image, about the feeling of being stuck, and so on. And confidence is extremely important for us if we want to get some wonderful results, because what is happening, we have maybe a wonderful education, we have wonderful degrees, but when we go to the job interview, when we go to present our project, we have some troubles with it because we are lacking self-confidence. So it is really crucial and vital. From the beginning, I would like you to know that confidence is actually a habit. It's something very deep-rooted in our subconscious mind, and it is a habit, and we are going to work with some exercises today in order to change this habit and finally be the confident person that we wanna be. And yes, it's gonna take a little bit of time to train, and I am doing it constantly, and we're gonna be and become better and better at it. So I'm very happy we're doing it together. From the beginning, please be sure to understand, I'm not your doctor, you're not my patient. Whatever suggestions you hear, you're taking your own responsibility in applying them or not applying them, and of course you're doing what you think is the best for you. And let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about self-image and confidence. Now, self-image is the way we see and we perceive ourselves. What does it have to do with self-confidence? If deep inside there is this voice talking and saying, you can't do it, you're not that good, or you have problems, you don't have the work experience, this voice that is talking inside of us is actually telling us what we see. How do we see ourselves? So it's a self-image concept, and confidence is a self-image concept. And it is very important because imagine that you always seen yourself that you are bad at mathematics. So you are not a good mathematician or whatever, and you always seen yourself like this. Then you get a mathematical problem in front of you. Your first reaction will be not to look into this mathematical problem, how to solve it, but your first reaction will be, well, I can't do it. Why? Because you already have built a self-image inside of you saying that you're not good at mathematics. So all these thoughts inside that we are having are building the confidence, and we need very good confidence in order to have wonderful success. If we didn't meet before, I would like to tell you that I am what is called a coach at Dynamic Destinies, and Dynamic Destinies programs is of Peggy McColl. She's phenomenal. She has 40 years experience in helping people totally radically change their results. So from a person that didn't have any result at all, she makes them be very, very successful. And working with her programs, it means she's teaching, and then I have some webinars where we're talking about your results and so on. And these programs, they are quite expensive. They are $2,000, $5,000. But the wonderful thing is now I'm sharing the things from those programs, so you can get all these amazing tools. So make sure you're writing down, make sure you are here to participate. Okay, so we understand confidence is a habit. It's an issue of thoughts inside and habits. We want to change that. How do we change it? How were they created? First of all, it's interesting to understand that these habits were created from our childhood, from the time we were baby. Maybe our parents were having some arguments. So we were babies there, we were crying, our parents had some arguments. What happened next? We started perceiving the environment as something hostile, as something where we started to be afraid of. This is one of the things that brought us unconfident. Another thing, maybe we've seen somebody in the family, maybe our father, that in his behavior he was not confident, or our mother. We've heard some sentences like, oh, we will never succeed, or oh, everything is so hard. And when we heard these sentences again and again, repeating again and again and again, these sentences were programmed in our subconscious mind, deep inside, like a program that is called paradigm. And now, many years after that, these programs are still working in us. I would like to introduce to you an image that Bob Proctor always makes and shows. And this is called the stick person, in order for you to understand these complex things a little bit deeper. We imagine that this is our mind, our head kind of, and our mind is not our brain. So our mind is something much more complex. And the mind is divided in two, in our conscious mind, and when we're talking now, we are talking on the conscious level. And there is something else, is subconscious mind. The interesting thing that is that we accumulate information via our conscious mind. On all these antennas are some our senses. So you can see our sight, our taste, our hearing and nose, the smell sense and the feeling sense. So we accumulate information, it goes in the conscious mind. But the interesting thing is our behavior is not controlled by our conscious mind. It's controlled by our subconscious mind. That means that maybe you've already read a lot of literature about confidence. You accumulated information, maybe you've been to different courses about confidence, but your results are not getting the results you want. Why? Is because the subconscious mind is controlling us. 90% of all our behaviors, everything is controlled by our subconscious mind. And to change the subconscious mind, we need to use some exercise, some techniques, repetitive, that we are repeating again and again. And you're getting these techniques in a second. But it's for you to understand why, even if we told ourselves, tomorrow I'll be great at the job interview. Why? Even if we've read so many books, we've seen so many things, then we go and we get the same results. Yeah. Why? Because the program is deeper in the subconscious mind. And here you see a heart. Why is that? Because the subconscious mind affects our feelings. So when we go to the job interview, we feel scared or afraid, okay? Because the subconscious mind, the program from the childhood or from our culture, it can also be from the business culture or whatever company culture, that program is telling you, you'll never succeed. So every time you go in the same episode, the same activity, the same job interview, you don't succeed because the subconscious mind is programmed. Your feelings gives you a feeling of being terrified, and you go there, and the feelings control your actions. So you start, and me too, acting not the best way that we can act. We act like a person who is afraid, and we get results because actions trigger results. So we have feelings trigger action trigger results. And by the way, in this sketch, the stick person, this would be our body. It's not significant at all, just to make you understand how the system works. So we want to get deep here, and deep here, our subconscious mind was programmed by repetition. Okay, that means if you have children, dear you, please make sure that you are saying to your child, you are great, you can do it. Don't tell to your child you are lazy. Don't tell to your child you are bad at mathematics. You are programming him, okay, or her, whatever. So please be very careful. Don't do the same mistake that your parents did, because your parents didn't know. They love you, but they didn't know it. Okay, so these things came from repetition. In order to change them, we must do the same thing. We must do all the repetitions that were made before. There are different exercises how to repeat these sentences. So we are using some affirmations, and I've chosen here several that are very powerful, that are chosen carefully in order to bring confidence and to help you be unstuck. Because now, can you understand? Do you understand that stuck is actually a program inside your subconscious mind that is telling you you can't do it, or it makes you bitter, or whatever. So how do we do the first exercise? We are looking in the mirror. It's called mirror work with affirmations. And yes, maybe you've heard about this before and you thought it's a joke. Me too. First time I was doing that, I was thinking like, it's crazy, I'm talking to myself. but it's extremely powerful. I've tried very many things, and this is one of the most powerful things, is mirror work. When we are doing mirror work, we are talking in one eye, so we're saying the sentence that you're getting in 1 second in one eye, and then you're saying the same sentence and you look in the other eye, and then the other eye again, and the other eye. Why do we do that? We change the brain hemispheres that we are influencing. Okay, so we change the eye in order to influence different parts of the brain. And what do we want to do again? We want to influence this wonderful subconscious mind. Okay, and it needs our help. So what is the affirmation? And please, if you have a pen and a pencil, I always do when I have these things, I learn some things, I have a pen and pencil, and I write these things down. If you can, please write it down. If you cannot, just make sure you see this video again and again. Even if you understood everything, when you are seeing it again, you are making the repetition. What do we learn? We learn subconscious mind is influenced by repetition. Okay, wonderful things. Now, the affirmation is, and it will be maybe uncomfortable for some of you. It was for me, definitely. But I will explain you why is this affirmation, why we're working with this affirmation. And the affirmation is, I am proud of you, and you're saying your name, like Stella. Like I would be in the mirror here, and I'll say, Stella, I am proud of you. And okay, first I will tell the entire sentence affirmation, and then we'll divide it and we'll understand why we're doing it. So the first will be, Stella, I'm proud of you. I love you. I adore you. You can be, do, have whatever you want. You deserve to be, do, have whatever you want. Okay, so this is the first affirmation. Now let's take it piece by piece and talk about it. I'm proud of you. It can be very hard at the beginning to recognize, to be proud of yourself, or so on. And when we're talking about being proud, it's not that everybody else is bad, I am better. Not in that way. We are proud of our efforts, right? And now think about you and your efforts. How many times did you work very hard to get to that interview, to get to that project, to get to that health results, and you didn't get it, right? But you worked hard. Maybe you kept a diet, I don't know what. So you're proud of that effort. You're proud of that, okay? And it's nothing to be ashamed of. You're saying to yourself, I am proud of you, Stella. You did great work, and so on. So this is one thing. Then you say, I love you. Oh, and this is hard, right? You know what? It's interesting that people that are not confident, they hate themselves often. So there is a relation here that the subconscious mind was programmed when we were babies, right? And if we didn't get the love that we needed, we didn't get the recognition that we needed, our parents didn't say, oh, you're a great child, and so on, then we didn't grow with this, and love is strange to us, and we even hate ourselves. We look in the mirror and we feel like very uncomfortable, and so on, so on. And thank you guys. I see some comments are coming. I can't really read them while I'm presenting, but thank you very much for being here. Like, it's very fun, and I know that many others want to watch it, so we have the replay, and many others will be able to participate. Yes. But we mentioned I love you. Now, in order to make it easier to say like I love you, Stella, when we have these feelings of, oh, I don't like it, imagine yourself as a small child, okay? Imagine yourself that small kid that needed a hug, that was in this stressful situation, needed this hug, needed this love, and there wasn't the person to give the love that the kid needed. So you see in the mirror this small child, and now you're the one giving love to this small kid that deserves it. Now, can you see how deep it goes? Suddenly you feel this, that you can give this love that you couldn't give to yourself. And again, confidence and love is related. So now you're saying, I am proud of you. Yes, you did a lot of work. I love you in those situations when you need it. And it will become easier and easier for you to send this love to yourself. Now, I adore you for the same reason. It's related to love. And then you said you can be, do, have whatever you want. Yes, you can. Okay, if you imagine something, you can't imagine how wonderfully you are creating. If you can imagine something, you can achieve it. Okay, and I suppose you imagine only good things for you and other people around you. So you can achieve it, and we'll have webinars about achieving things, and if you like, please participate, invite your friends and so on. Now the next thing is you deserve to be, do, have whatever you want. Deserving, again, together with love, again, together with compassion and adore, deserve is very related in order to build confidence. And this is one of the big troubles is that people don't feel they deserve success. And if you don't feel that you deserve success, guess what? It's a habit. Where is it? In the subconscious mind, right? So deserving success, the feeling that you're good enough to get the result of your effort, is a habit and is a program. Okay, and you deserve it. All right. Maybe when you were a kid, your parents said, "Oh, if you don't do that, you're a bad child." Now, this sentence, "you're a bad kid," made you believe that you don't deserve it. Okay. Now you, inside of your subconscious mind, you are programmed that you don't deserve this wonderful thing. And what happens when you get success? You feel very uncomfortable. If somebody gives you a gift, you feel very uncomfortable. You refuse success. You refuse the gift that you received because you are programmed that you don't deserve it. And it's a part of your programming, and a thing that is stucking you and blocking your confidence. Okay, so we need to learn that we deserve it. If you don't believe you deserve it, please again look at your work, your efforts, whatever you did until now. You deserve it, right? Believe me, you deserve it. Everybody deserves it. Okay, this is the affirmation, and as mentioned, we look in one eye, we say the entire sentence. In other way, we say the entire sentence. And for those who missed it, please watch the webinar. You'll see the entire sentence. Now, the next exercise we're doing to program the subconscious mind it's a mirror work. Again, in one eye, another left eye, right eye, to program the different parts of the brain. And the sentence is about forgiveness. You know what, it's very interesting, but people that are not confident, they are wonderful people, they can be very good, but they can have some frustrations inside. And again, why do we have frustrations? Because we have some programs, unpleasant programs, and these programs, they go in contrast with our conscious mind, the big part here. In the conscious mind, we understand the things, but the programs, they work differently, so we start having frustrations and we start having all these feelings, and it's difficult for us to forgive. Okay, and then it's important to program ourselves that it's easy to forgive, and we're gonna forgive people around us, our parents if they did anything, our family, our friends, our bosses, our neighbors, and Jenny and Maria and Tom and everybody else. Okay, and when we are forgiving them, we're learning now to forgive. We are not only forgiving, we are sending them love and blessings. Okay, this is true forgiveness. And I want you also to understand, when you forgive totally with your heart, open heart, a person, it doesn't mean that afterwards you'll be the best friend. If the person doesn't have high values, you don't need to be the best friend, but you need to wish from all your heart blessings to that person, the very best to that person. So now, let's take the person we think that, oh, that was unfair, that person was very unfair to me, or whatever. Let's call her Jenny, or whatever. And if there is any Jenny here, please forgive us. It's not about this. So we are saying this sentence, and we are looking in one eye, and then the left eye. We're saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm very forgiving. Jenny, I forgive you. I send you my love and my blessings. And Stella, you're talking about yourself. I forgive you, and I send you my love and my blessings. And you talk like that about every person, and it would be the best to repeat it 7 times. 7 times one eye, 7 times another eye. This would be called mirror work again for the new one who joined us. So we say, like, Jenny, I'm so happy and grateful now, Jenny, because I'm forgiving you. I send you love. I send you my blessings. And then the other eye. So we start removing the blockages inside of our subconscious mind. And one of those would be learning to be very forgiving. Okay, that was an interesting thing. The next exercise, it would be writing down, and what you learn during these webinars and so on, when we program the subconscious mind where our self-image is and so on. When we do this, we repeat things and we write a lot. So if you don't have your book, just buy one, a notebook, and they don't cost anything. And I would really love to show you how I'm writing. And this is not my first one, by the way. And I write also when I am in the car, when I am everywhere. I just write. And yes, you can't understand anything. You know why? It's because when I write, I don't even look. I'm driving, somebody's driving the car, and I'm writing. And the exercise is gratitude. Okay, what does it mean? You write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and you write what are the things that you're very grateful for. Okay, the interesting thing is when we learn to see positivity and gratitude, be grateful for the things around, we become in harmony with ourselves, and we become more confident, we become more happy, we become like a person that is shining love around, spreading love around, and people start loving us, and the confidence is growing. So yes, we are learning to be positive. Let's print that and write it down in our subconscious mind. So we're repeating it, and the homework is 10 times. Okay, and as you see, nobody needs to understand what we're writing here. You can see mine, it's just funny. But just write down, I'm so happy and grateful. You don't need to find complicated things, all right? What you do, you find easy things like, I'm so happy and grateful now that the sun is shining, I have a very warm bed, and so on. By the way, I again see that some very wonderful comments are coming. I can't read the comments, sorry, but I see that. I see Joseph is writing and Miguel is writing and so on. I'll read them afterwards when I stop presenting. So sorry guys, I can't really read them. But I'm very happy you're here, and happy for those that will watch it again. Yes, so we're writing down the things that we are very grateful for. I'm very happy and grateful now that I have a dress. Doesn't matter whatever dress I have. I'm very happy and grateful now that I had a shower. These easy things. I'm happy and grateful for the grass. I love grass, by the way, and walking in the grass and so on. So yes, we're writing all these small things, but it programs our subconscious mind to see the beautiful things. Yes, in our lives. I have again here the stick person that we are talking about all the time. So gratitude. So let's repeat about. We had 2 affirmations, mirror work affirmations. We had gratitude. Now the next thing that we're doing, we start acting. All right, there must be some action. So let's go in that part. Remember when you were a small baby? Well, you can't remember that, but parents can. Your parents can. So what happened when you were a baby? You were learning to walk, right? And could you walk from the beginning? No, it took you many months to learn to walk, right? And can you walk now? Well, you'd say, I'm excellent walker. I can even dance and maybe skate and roller coaster and I don't know what, right? But when we were babies, we could not walk. So what we did, we were trying again and again, stand up, make our step, and so on. So we didn't give up because it was a big project, right? We said, okay, I will do it. Then we had difficulties standing, we would fall down. Did we give up? No, we didn't give up, right? Then we finally started going, and we were going like penguins, and did we give up because we weren't going elegantly? No, we didn't give up, right? And we were falling many times. Did it hurt? Maybe it hurt, but did we give up? No, we didn't. Did it break our self-confidence? No, it didn't. So we tried again, and finally we learned to walk by repetition. And repetition, what does it do? It programs the subconscious mind. Again, for those of you who didn't watch the first part, please watch it afterwards. Yes, so by repetition, our subconscious mind learned the muscles that has to be activated so that we at the end can walk, and now we can do it elegantly and so on. And we didn't stop when we fell down. So there was some action involved, and we were very wonderfully active in that. And now the thing is that we should do the same thing with our confidence. Maybe there is an activity that you want to perform and you are not good at it. Remember, via repetition, you'll become perfect, okay? Everything is learned by repetition. Every Olympic sports athlete, whatever, he got there where he is by repetition, and he failed many times and he was doing it again and again. We learn to talk by repetition, we learn to play piano by repetition, we learn everything by repetition. Repetition brings us the result. Okay, and repetition is the subconscious mind. That's what we're talking about here all the time, right? So the last exercise is you find the activity that you would love to be good at. Can it be presentations? Absolutely. It can be whatever you want. Then you try again and again, again and again. You fell down, you stand up, you try again and again. Never give up, okay? Now, comparison between people. Very often we compare ourselves to other people and say, oh, she's better than me, now my confidence is down. First of all, comparison, it comes from childhood. It's again a program that you heard your parents do. You had your parents were comparing you, this other kid, and the other kid was faster, and it was breaking your confidence. We are all amazingly different. We are all different. You are good at something, I'm good at something else. I don't need to be perfect at something else. I can do something that I can share with the others. You can do something you can share with others. So please, let's focus on the fact that we are all different. We are amazing as we are unique as we are, and we are not comparing each other. All right, because comparison is not healthy in any ways, and well, it's destroying our self-confidence. And please look in the nature, look at the roses, look at the orchids. You can't say rose is ugly because it doesn't resemble an orchid, right? Rose is wonderful in its way, and orchid is beautiful in its way. So the same we are very different, and we are amazing as we are created so beautiful. So please see this part of you and forget that he's better in this, she's better in this. You are better in your way, in something, and you are sharing this with others, right? So these were some tips that we learned. We learned a little bit about the subconscious mind. How does it work? We got some exercises. We learned that confidence, feeling stuck and blocked and so on, it's a thing that is deep inside of us, and it's related to our subconscious mind. The techniques that we learned, they were from Dynamic Destiny Coaching, from Peggy McColl's materials and Bob Proctor materials, and they are the best in the world. You can Google that and check me on that, right? For those of you who just think, I would like a little bit more, I have something very, very, very affordable. It's a face training course for ladies and for men and so on, where we're training our face so it would look good, no wrinkles, even if you are going up in age and so on. And if our face is looking good, we are feeling confident. And in that course, we are training the face and making mirror work, the affirmations that we were learning, and different type of affirmations, very strong thing. And this is about $10, affordable for everybody. I'll put the link if anybody wants. Now, talking about aromatherapy, because I'm also I have an AIA certification of aromatherapist, which is very, very high. I'll give you a recipe to make your perfume, confidence perfume. Isn't it awesome? I love it. You know, it's natural, organic, and so on, and everybody can do it. So what do you need? You'll need like a little bottle, right? And you put I have 30 milliliters here. Yes. And I fill it with alcohol. It can be vodka, something without taste, you know, but we need some alcohol. And then we'd put about 40 or let's say from 30 to 50 drops of bergamot. Bergamot is extremely uplifting, creative, and it makes you shine. And about from 30 to 50 drops of Siberian fir. And Siberian fir is gives you inner strength, so you're strong from inside. And that was what we are doing today. We are programming ourselves to be strong from inside, right? So we'll put these two together, blend them, and 30 drops each if you don't want it too strong, 50 drops each if you want it stronger. You blend it well and use it, and I absolutely adore the aroma. But remember, bergamot is not for the skin, okay? It will burn you in the sun. So this would be like just hair part, cloths, and it will hold very, very well. It would be like a recipe for confidence, to make you confident. You can also use a little bit of thyme timil if you want a little bit more for confidence. So this was a little tip from aromatherapy, to have it in your pocket, so you can just, when you feel like a little bit nervous before an interview, or before selling something, or before doing an important thing, you just can use it on your clothes, right? Because we have bergamot inside. Yes. So it was it. I'm very grateful, guys, for you for being here. I hope you learned something. And yes, I'm trying to see the comments. I can't really see the comments, but anyway, I'm so grateful for you being here, right? If you liked it, please comment it. I will give you a certificate for you being here, because I'm very happy we were together. I learned a lot while presenting. I hope you learned something too. And the next webinar will be on decision making, right? Because we have some issues to take decisions. We were not taught as children to take decisions. So you'll become perfect at taking decisions. 1 second, best decision for your life, like really amazing things. So we'll learn that at our next webinar. Be very kind, invite your friends, and invite everybody you want. They are all welcome. And of course, do the exercises that we've learned today. Okay, do the exercises. All these things, it means nothing, zero value if you don't do the exercises. You're not programming anything, and we want for you to get the result. So please do this. Write down, post it in the group here, like the picture how you're making the exercise. Take a picture of yourself in the mirror while you're making the mirror work, and so on. And then I can promise you that after 1 week you will feel more confident. It will come to you, right? You'll feel a better person. You'll feel you have more energy, and so on. So test it, please, but make it daily. Now the question is, for how long should I do these exercises? Well, forever. This is the part of, you were programmed how many years? 30 years? Now you're programming yourself in a different ways. But it doesn't mean that you need to do the same affirmations. They will be a little bit different maybe. And we'll learn more and more affirmations and so on. So yes, thank you very, very much for being here. It was a wonderful experience. It was wonderful to be together with you. And I'm sending you love. I'm sending you many hugs and good energy, blessings, a lot of blessings. And see you next time. Bye.